You know what's funny? We're all sitting here wondering why women betray us, like we're characters in some cosmic joke that God forgot to explain the punchline to. Well, guess what? Camus figured this shit out decades ago, and it wasn't about betrayal at all. It was about the fundamental absurdity of trying to find meaning in a universe that's basically one big shrug emoji. Every time a woman vanishes into thin air like a magician's assistant, except there's no applause and you're left holding the empty hat, you're not experiencing betrayal, my friend. You're experiencing what Camus called the absurd. It's like being stuck in an elevator with elevator music that never ends, except the elevator is your heart and the music is her mixed signals. She said she wanted loyalty, but the universe had other plans. Picture this: you meet a woman. She's got that look in her eyes like she's solved the riddle of existence, and she tells you all the right things. I want honesty. I want loyalty. I'm not like those other women who treat men like disposable contact lenses. And you believe her. Because why wouldn't you? It's like believing the weatherman when he says it won't rain, even though you can see storm clouds the size of Texas rolling in. You're standing there with your emotional umbrella folded up, getting soaked, wondering if meteorology is just elaborate performance art. But here's what Camus would tell you while smoking a cigarette and looking profoundly French: she's not lying to you. She's lying to herself. Because we're all actors in this absurd theater, and nobody, and I mean nobody, has read the script. The myth of Sisyphus in your text messages. You know Sisyphus, right? The guy who had to push a boulder up a mountain for eternity, only to watch it roll back down every time he reached the top. Well, congratulations, you're Sisyphus, and that boulder is your relationship expectations. Every text you send hoping for a response is you pushing that rock up the mountain. Every scene notification without a reply is gravity doing its thing. Camus said we must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because the alternative is going insane from the repetition. So when she stops texting back, when she becomes colder than a penguin's ass in Antarctica, when she pulls the classic Irish goodbye without actually being Irish, you've got two choices: you can keep pushing that boulder and drive yourself nuts, or you can learn to love the absurdity of it all. The camel, the lion, and the woman who can't make up her mind. Nietzsche talked about 3 transformations, but Camus knew the real truth: we're all just camels carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations. I should be a good boyfriend. I should be understanding. I should wait for her to figure out what she wants. But women? They're already lions, baby. They've killed the camel and they're roaming free, making decisions based on what feels right in the moment, not what makes sense in the PowerPoint presentation of long-term planning. And you're still over there being a camel, wondering why the lion isn't following the rules of the petting zoo. The stranger in your own relationship. Camus wrote about a guy who killed someone on a beach because the sun was too bright. Sounds crazy, right? But how many times have you been in a relationship where perfectly normal things, her taking too long to text back, her being busy on weekends, her suddenly needing space like she's preparing for a lunar mission, turn into relationship homicide? You become a stranger to yourself. One day you're a rational human being who understands that people have their own lives, and the next day you're analyzing her Instagram stories like you're working for the CIA, looking for clues about why she posted a sunset without tagging you in it. The Absurd Woman, a study in contradictions. Here's the thing about women that Camus would appreciate: they're walking contradictions, and they're perfectly comfortable with it. It's like they're fluent in a language where yes means maybe means no, and we need to talk means start planning your funeral. She says she wants a nice guy, but nice guys finish last, and not in the fun way. She says she wants honesty, but when you're honest about how her friend Karen is obviously a sociopath who collects red flags like Pokemon cards, suddenly you're judgmental. She says she wants independence, but when you give her space, you're distant. It's not that she's crazy, though let's be honest, we're all a little nuts. It's that she's human, and humans are absurd creatures who make decisions based on feelings that change faster than a politician's promises during election season. The Revolt, or How to Stop Being Sisyphus's Bitch. Camus said there are 3 responses to the absurd: suicide, don't, hope in something beyond this world, good luck with that, or revolt. Not revolution, that's different. Revolt means accepting that nothing makes sense and deciding to live anyway. So when she disappears like Houdini's career, when she gives you the "it's not you, it's me" speech, which is code for "it's definitely you, but I'm trying to be nice," when she starts dating the guy who looks like he peaked in high school and treats emotional intelligence like a communicable disease, you revolt. You stop trying to make sense of the senseless. You stop pushing the boulder up the mountain expecting different results. You accept that dating is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded and riding a unicycle. Impressive if you can do it, but mostly just a good way to hurt yourself. The eternal return to the same damn dating apps. Every time you think you've learned your lesson, every time you swear you're done with dating, every time you delete the apps and declare yourself a monk, you're back. Like a moth to a flame, like a politician to a microphone, like Americans to reality TV. It's the eternal return, baby, and it's more reliable than death and taxes. But here's what Camus understood: the absurdity isn't the problem. The absurdity is the point. We're not supposed to figure it out. We're supposed to dance with it, laugh at it, and maybe buy it a drink. The happy ending that isn't an ending. So what's the moral of this story? What's the life lesson that's gonna change everything and make your dating life as smooth as a baby's ass covered in silk? There isn't one. That's the point. That's the absurd beauty of it all. You're gonna keep meeting women who make about as much sense as a screen door on a submarine. You're gonna keep hoping for consistency from creatures who change their minds more often than they change their Netflix passwords. And you're gonna keep being surprised when the universe operates like it was designed by a committee of drunk toddlers. But maybe, just maybe, if you stop trying to find meaning in the meaningless, if you stop looking for logic in the land of chaos, if you accept that love is basically just two people agreeing to be confused together, maybe you'll find something better than understanding. Maybe you'll find peace with the whole beautiful, ridiculous, absurd mess of it all. And if that's not worth a laugh, I don't know what is. In the midst of winter, I found there was, within me, an invincible summer. Camus, who probably never had to deal with modern dating apps, lucky bastard. Remember, the absurd man doesn't hope for a text back. He just appreciates the cosmic comedy of checking his phone every 30 seconds anyway.